What if I told you that in the late 1980s, entire villages were wiped off the map, not by a foreign invader, but by their own government? What if tens of thousands of men, women, and children vanished into mass graves, their only crime being born Kurdish? This is the story of the Anfal Campaign, Saddam Hussein's genocidal war against the Kurds of Iraq. The Kurds, often described as the world's largest stateless nation, have lived for centuries across Iraq, Turkey, Syria, and Iran. Proud of their culture and heritage, they dreamed of autonomy. But in Saddam Hussein's Iraq, that dream was considered treason. Their identity itself became a target. By the late 1980s, Saddam Hussein was desperate to crush any opposition. After years of war with Iran, he blamed the Kurds for collaborating with the enemy. His answer? A campaign not just of suppression, but of extermination, something he chillingly called Anfal, meaning spoils of war. The campaign was coldly systematic. Kurdish villages were marked on maps, coded as cleared zones. The Iraqi military used bombs, bulldozers, and firing squads to erase them. It was not just war. It was a policy designed to erase a people from their land. Perhaps the darkest chapter came in March 1988 in the town of Halabja. Iraqi warplanes dropped chemical bombs, mustard gas, and nerve agents over unsuspecting civilians. In a matter of hours, more than 5,000 men, women, and children lay dead. The world saw the images, but justice was nowhere to be found. The Anfal Campaign didn't just kill indiscriminately. It targeted men of fighting age. Thousands of Kurdish men were separated from their families, trucked away, and never seen again. Decades later, mass graves scattered across Iraq revealed the truth. Execution sites where bullets silenced them forever. The women and children who survived faced another fate. Many were deported to camps, stripped of their homes, and forced into starvation. Families were shattered, generations broken. Survivors carried scars, not only of loss, but of being treated as if their existence was disposable. For years, Saddam's regime denied the atrocities, and the world, it looked away. Powerful nations, preoccupied with oil and politics, chose silence. The Kurdish people's cries echoed in the mountains, but were drowned out on the global stage. After Saddam's fall in 2003, investigators uncovered mass graves, grim evidence of the Anfal Campaign. Bone by bone, the truth was exhumed. Survivors pointed to these sites as proof of what they had long claimed. This was not a war, it was genocide. In 2010, an Iraqi court officially recognized the Anfal as genocide. But for many survivors, justice feels incomplete. How can trials and verdicts ever replace the lives stolen, the voices silenced, the culture nearly erased? Here is the question we must ask. How does a government reach the point of turning against its own people? How can ordinary citizens, neighbors, soldiers, officials become instruments of annihilation? And most importantly, how can the world let it happen? Again and again, the Kurdish genocide is not just a chapter in history. It's a warning. Every time denial is louder than truth, every time the world prioritizes power over humanity, never again becomes just another broken promise. The Anfal Campaign was meant to erase the Kurdish people, but it failed. Today, the survivors and their children carry their identity with pride. Their resilience is a living rejection of Saddam's cruelty, but their scars remind us all. Silence is complicity, and memory is resistance. So as we remember the Kurdish genocide, we must not only mourn the dead, we must honor them by refusing to forget, because history has shown us one truth. Genocides do not begin with gas or bullets. They begin with silence, and silence we cannot allow.